Here's a little exhibition of how time feels. I feel like I just talked about this band recently, but it hasn't been that recent. It was in fact in 2011, which is 2 years ago. Skeletonwitch. Yeah. Serpents Unleashed. The new album from Skeletonwitch. I swear I just talked about this band like yesterday. But apparently not. So, this Athens, Ohio-based product, and I'm going to stop right there, and everyone's going to be like, hey, Athens, Ohio. CKN, you're from PA, right? How far away is that from you? How close are they? It'd be a drive. So, it'd be a drive. But these guys play a nice hybrid of thrash and black metal. It's mainly thrash metal with kind of some black metal riffing, some black metal ideology and thought. Definitely some vocals that definitely resemble the black metal genre. And this is a quick 11-track album that spans only 31 minutes and 42 seconds in length. So I'm going to try to keep this pretty quick and concise and, wham bam thank you ma'am, as they say. Skeletonwitch has been a band that's been able to pervade this style ever since the middle part of the 2000s. They've toured with an endless revolving door of bands, anybody from Cannibal Corpse to Toxic Holocaust. They've definitely done a lot of different things. Their last tour for Forever Abomination actually had a spurt where they did 63 tour dates in 65 days. That's pretty damn impressive. That's really being dedicated to the road, so this is definitely a band where if you have the opportunity to see them, and believe me, you probably will, you should definitely take the opportunity because this is definitely an experience. As far as the band is concerned, they're extremely tight. They have a lot of speed to them. It's very, very seldom that you're going to get any sort of break in timing for the music unless they're going to be using it for some sort of atmosphere, such as in More Cruel Than Weak, the very final track. It begins very, very softly with a little bit more melody to it and then explodes for the latter part of the song into just absolute insanity. Now, you might be thinking 11 tracks and 31 minutes or so. That's a really, really quick album. It's something where they really have to impress very quickly, and it's not something where they can really have that many hiccups. And surprisingly enough, on this album, like a lot of their others, there aren't very many hiccups. There's a little bit of material there that may sound as though it's a little bit samey, that you kind of hear the same general idea with each and every song. They're going to thrash as hard as possible. There's going to be that black metal sound to it. There's going to be a certain element of evil to Skeletonwitch's music that is perhaps not totally familiar to the typical thrasher's repertoire, considering thrash metal tends to go with a little bit more of a political edge, go with a little bit more of making a statement, a little bit more of just savage brutality, as opposed to just downright evil. Consider I Am of Death, Hell Has Arrived, considering Unending Ever Living, Blade of the Flesh, Blood on My Hands. There's definitely a little bit more of a sinister element to this album, which is something that is Skeletonwitch's bread and butter. Now, whenever you listen to this album, this is definitely a quick listen that you will not have to wait too long in order to have it finish up. And as a result, it's not one of those albums that really overstays its welcome. If anything, you're kind of disappointed that there's not more to it. There's definitely some great edge to it. There's some great riffing to it. It's nothing that's out of this world. It's nothing that's going to really set the world on fire. However, it's going to continue this nice stretch of time that Skeletonwitch has had, where they've really been developing their fan base, where they've really been developing this idea of blackened thrash metal, which is not new, but at the same time, they're really bringing a more of a light bulb to it, more of a illuminating spotlight to it, and they're definitely doing so in a very unique way. They don't feel the need to really savagely expand their compositions. They're doing this very, very quickly. They're really keeping the thrash side at their core, and really having the black metal influences only kind of seep in every so often with the voice, with some of the riffs, and really just blending this and combining this into a witch's brew that has actually worked very nicely for them. The album is a quick listen. The album has some highlights. I really like Blade on the Flesh, Blood on My Hands. I really love From a Cloudless Sky. Unwept is very quick, but at the same time really delivers. You know, there's just so many tracks on this album that deliver. And that's the one thing that you need from a solid release. One that I would probably give about an 8.2 out of 10. It definitely, you kind of wish that there was a little bit more material on this album. You wish that there was a little bit more to listen to, but that thirst is what makes you hungry. It's what makes you kind of go back into their catalog and listen to other things that they have done just to kind of satisfy that fix. It's almost like a quick little drug addiction. It's like you get the 31-minute high of a new Skeletonwitch record, and then you're going down, 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 and you have to kind of, load it up and give it to yourself again for that 31 minutes and just go crazy. And yeah, I basically just explained drug addiction to all of you. Wow. Never thought I'd do that. But anyway, yeah, this is an album I definitely recommend. Whenever you guys see this at your local record establishment, definitely do not hesitate to pick this up. If you like thrash metal and you want to hear a little bit of a Blackened element to it, if you think that that's something that's going to be kind of interesting to you, it definitely is, and it's definitely an idea that works. It's definitely one that you will find enjoyable. Now your job in the comments is to let me know, now that you've listened to the album, what you thought of it. Tell me what you think, what's your favorite track, and maybe what your favorite Skeletonwitch album is, if this isn't it. Let me know. Later.